Welcome to Keep Painting Those Miniatures. Today I am assembling the crew box Shadows of Redchapel with Seamus. I clipped and cleaned each miniature before gluing. I also spent a little time deciding if I would glue some pieces on or leave them off for painting. Essentially, if it closed off the model, I chose to leave the piece off. First up was of course Seamus. Looking at his arms, I was sure I was going to have to keep one unglued, but it turned out it was moulded into the body, so there wasn't a need. It was a fairly easy model, but he was mirrored from the drawing on the box, and I did get a little confused. The hand tipping his hat was a little hard to position correctly also. Next I did Copycat Killer. I also gave him the bag the assembly instructions suggested were part of Seamus's kit. All of it was fairly simple. The saw from the bag was placed fairly arbitrarily. The scissors seemed to fit perfectly though inside the bag. Also, please notice I didn't glue the bag to the main body, as it made it, well, it is going to make it easier to paint. Simply because the bag's brown and Copycat isn't. Third, Madame Sybil. She was a good model, there's a heap of detail in there, but the whip got to me. I don't think I got the mid-whip joint as clean as it needed to be. I don't really mind, but it's just a heads up for others that it's reasonably difficult to get clean. I did leave the whip arm separate, primarily for painting, as it's mostly brown, and she's probably not going to be brown. Finally, the 3 dead bells. 2 of them are kinda easy. I left the arms and the umbrella off one, and I left the umbrella top and the bow on the back off the other. They were fine. They're nice models, or everything's fine with them. The third bell is a little more complicated. I glued her together and the legs were a little bit finicky, again mirrored from the model. I left the umbrella arm off primarily because I felt that it closed off the model. Otherwise, I think she'll be a good to paint. Overall, these guys look pretty good. I want to do some like graveyard bases for them. Not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but when I decide, you'll see. Keep painting those miniatures, people.